है तो नहीं भूल आई Okay, hello, hi, good evening. How are you? Welcome to this session on public speaking. I am Dr. Dinesh Nagpal. So, those who are right now connected with us, I would request please share this link, share this video, and so that maximum people can be there with us. And it'll be a very interesting session. We'll have a lot of fun trying to understand what is public speaking, how to master public speaking, and why public speaking is important. In fact, a lot of people think that public speaking is for only people who have to speak, address gatherings, publics, etc. No, it is. This is a skill which everybody should have. Everybody should have this skill in life, right? Because uh, public speaking does not involve only speaking to a large gathering, as you can see in the picture. Public speaking also involves how do you speak to your colleagues, your friends, your relatives, and so on. So it's very relevant, very important session that we are doing today. So please go ahead and share this link with as many as people possible. I'll just be sharing my small introduction with you and just tell you what I do, how do I contribute to the life of the students. Okay. Uh, as far as I'm concerned, I'm Dr. Dinesh Nagpal. I'm an MPhil in English. I'm a law graduate, a PhD in management, and also I did an MDP program from IIM Ahmedabad. As far as my professional life is concerned, I started my career in Government of India in broadcasting and information and broadcasting ministry. I worked in All India Radio, Doordarshan at very responsible positions, and then I resigned from there. I joined education and training industry 16 years back, and when I came into this industry, uh, I really worked very hard, and I'm very fortunate that I got to train students at most of the illustrious institutions of this country like BITS, Pilani, and IITs, and also had the fortune of working with a lot of corporates. My forte includes verbal ability for CAT, PDP, and communication skills training, and I think I have a wonderful record of IIM selections. A lot of students have been selected into IIMs, when they trained with me. Okay, so today's session is Master Public Speaking, and that is what we are going to discuss. Public speaking is a great skill. In fact, Robert Brown once said, if you can speak, you can influence. If you can influence, you can change lives. And that is I think that's right. And public speaking in life, if you look at people who are good speakers, they get a lot of attention. They do wonderful, very well in life. In fact, if I talk about my career, I left a very good government job, and I excelled in this career of education and training because I think I'm a great public speaker. And I was into the field of public speaking ever since I was a student. I gave my first public speech when I was in class 8. It was an Independence Day, 15th of August, and I wrote a speech, I rehearsed it, and I spoke well, and then there was no looking back. In fact, as a student, I have represented India in many international debate and declamation contests. So, public speaking is a very important skill. Personal, professional, and social pluses of being a good public speaker. Yes, there are many. I think you don't need to tell. I don't need to tell you. And a public speaker also does very well. So if you are a good speaker, you are a card taker. You will be better facing the interviews better. You will be doing group discussions better. Also, you will be doing the written assessment test better because a speaker has good abilities in terms of writing also. Why? So I will come to that. Now, what is public speaking? Technically, if I look at the normal definition of public speaking is yes, speak to a large crowd, mesmerize it. People should say, "Wow, what a speaker," etc., etc. But public speaking is a skill which you need on everyday basis, right? So, for example, if you are addressing a colleague of yours, or you are an IM student, you have to make a presentation, or you have to talk into a group. So, public speaking is, please understand, it is not public speaking does not mean just go and speak to 1,000 people, 2,000 people. It is an everyday skill that you require. So, whenever you speak to anybody else except you, it is public speaking. So, it's a very, very important skill. Now, what is the core purpose of good public speaking skills? See, just listen, just remember your interactions with people. Supposing you are a group of friends, you are planning to go out for a movie or for dinner or something, and you are interested in X, place. Somebody is interested in Y place, but please just remind it in your mind. Most of the time, a person who can persuade well, who can give good logics, and who can put forward his or her thing in a wonderful manner, her or his opinion will be taken and people will follow, right? This is called the art of persuasion. In fact, you'll be surprised to know, if I take you back to old times, when we had the Gurukul tradition in our country, like in the epic times of Mahabharata, Ramayana, when the kings, the sons of the kings would go to Gurukul, or in Greek, where the sons of the kings would go and Greek countries and study in a similar kind of thing. So they were not only trained in you know in weapons, they weaponry, maybe sword, rattling, archery, etc., and physical training was given to them, and lot of good books were taught to them. They were also made to learn the art of speaking. So why? Because so that they can persuade. Please understand, if you are the head of an enemy, or you are commanding an enemy, and you don't have energy and to tell your fellow persons, fellow fighters, that let's attack that and let's win this, nobody will actually follow you. So there are three skills that you have to have for art of persuasion. Is, you need to be credible, you need to have your word should have emotion and logic. And credibility, emotion, logic, if all these things are in your words, obviously you will be a wonderful uh, you know wonderful public speaker, right? Yeah. So why public speaking? Persuasion, influence, and influence is the compass, persuasion is the map. If you are able to influence, it is amazing. Okay, now this is something, glossophobia, fear of public speaking. Lot of people have fear of public speaking. In fact, our very celebrated actor Shri Amitabh Bachchan ji is currently recovering from corona. We wish him all the luck and for health, so that he does well and recovers and comes back. He, a few years back, said that even after 40 years of professional training, professional career, I have stage fright. And most of the people have stage fright. Now, why people have stage fright, or why people have stage fear? It is because of the fear of rejection. I will not go into that, because that is something which happens to everybody. But yes, everybody has a fear of public speaking, right? So now the point is that, is public speaking that important activity that everybody should fear it, or is this fear justified? Can it be removed? Yes, it can. How can we overcome this? We will do very simple things, and you will see by the end of this session, if you follow the practical tips that I'm going to share with you, and some things, you will definitely become a very good public speaker. How many of you would like to do it? A lot of you, I think most of the people would want that they should become a good public speaker. Let's learn how to do it, and I'll let you do it. Very simple things. First of all, let's understand a very big secret. Knowledge is power. Please understand, all top speakers, all wonderful speakers are also very good readers. Now, why reading? If you read, supposing you read good books, you read very, you read newspapers daily. So whenever you are speaking on a topic, you might, you know, get to know some anecdote, some data, something which is related to your topic. So knowledge is power. So if you want to be a good speaker, first of all, be a good reader. Read good material. Read material which enriches your mind, which gives you very good, wonderful information. So that is the thing number one. So if you really want to be a public speaker, good public speaker, as far as I am concerned, I actually read a lot every day, right? I keep reading a lot of books. In fact, I just did a video on 5 books that can change your life, right? I have read a book by Jim Quick called Limitless. A few days back, I read a book by John Medina about brain rules, right? So it's and I did a video on John Medina's brain rules also. The most important secret: if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. Lot of people come and ask me, sir, that person, that fellow is a wonderful, you know, speaker. He's just comes and starts speaking very good on the spot. Even I do. Even I do, right? Even I speak. I have a series on public speaking, videos on public speaking. If you actually look at them, I just have a structure. I don't have a written script. But that comes after years of practice. It's just like the same. As I must share with you that I'm an international cricket commentator with All India Radio, and it has been last 25 years now. So I've done test matches in India, one international T20, India abroad, both. So there have been times when you are Sachin Tendulkar was at his best, or Sehwag was at his best. People used to comment like this: "Oh, Sachin Tendulkar is a naturally born batsman. Sehwag is a gifted batsman. He is born talented." Please understand, everybody is born with talent, but nobody is born with the way Sehwag and Sachin played. If you say that Sehwag and Sachin or Mohammad Shami were they were just natural batsman and bowler, yes, they are, but their perfection is the reason of hours and hours and hours and hours, months and months and years they have spent on the net and in the practice learning the tricks of the trade. So if you say that he's a gifted person, he's a born talented, one is insulting the person's hard work. If I talk about myself, now I can address 2,000, 3,000 people very easily. But I remember when I was a college student, when I was studying in the college, and I had to participate in inter-college, inter-university debates, declamation contests. So I have practiced so much. I've practiced so much. I used to write a script, then I used to read it over time and again. I would go and present it before my uh, teacher in charges. Once I still remember one of my teachers, Dr. Shamim. She used to call me home because she had a small child. She used to call me home, and for 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, I used to keep speaking in front of her and keep getting feedback all the time. So if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. Please understand this. So initially you'll have to prepare. Uh, After that, it'll be very easy for you. So the biggest myths about public speaking, one biggest myth about public speaking is that it is not a learnable skill. It is 100% a learnable skill, right? So Lily Waters said, the success of your presentation will be judged not by the knowledge you said, but by why the listener receives. Actually, more the problem is when people go to speak, since they do not do research or since they do not prepare, most of the time they fail. So I always say, if the audience is sleeping, then speaker needs to wake up. Somebody goes to, needs to go and tell him, please wake up, because you are making the audience sleep. And I've seen very successful people, very big doctors, chartered accountants, and a lot of people, they are not able to deliver a good speech because they don't understand the basics of public speaking. I will do some next 10 minutes. I'll give you very practical tips. If you do it, you will master public speaking. Now, out of the three, what is most important? Content, body language, vocal variety. Look at this. Dr. Albert Mahalia, one of the experts on communication skills and public speaking. He says the words are worth of 7%. 55% is your body language and 38% is the tone of voice. I will do a separate, session on tone of voice. If you just look at some top speakers, they use pause so effectively. They intonate so well. The voice modulation is there. The words carry the power not because they use very fantastic vocabulary or dictionary. You may, because if you look at speaking, if I start using very difficult words or technical words or jargon, the technical language, and not speak effectively, nobody will be interested in me. So your words have to be simple, but they should be delivered in such a way that they carry weight. And the body language, yes, your positive body language is very, very important. Practical things to do, very practical things. First of all, when you are asked to speak on something, you need to know what will be your subject. Day after, I am training some students for group discussion. So, in group discussion is also like a public speaking. You must know what is your subject. So, same way, if you are asked to speak, let's say your boss asks you to do a business presentation, or in your MBA college in IIMs, you are asked to speak on certain topic. You should know what is your subject, right? So that subject you need to understand very well and do it. To know your audience. Supposing you have been invited to speak to students in a school, and if you talk about that what the parents' behavior should be, that will be a failure because you're talking to the students. You should talk about them. The behavior of the parents should be talked with parents. How much time do you have? A window of 20, like I have been given a window of 30 minutes. I'll do it that way. Now, what will you be your subject? How to prepare the speech? Now, let's say you have invited to speak to, you passed out of MBA from IIMs, and you have been invited to speak to students in a college as a chief guest, right? And obviously, your job is to motivate them, right? So first of all, how would you prepare the speech? Please understand that if you are speaking to young people, you have to relate to them. That means the issues of youth. So what are the issues the youth are facing today? You can research about it, Google about it, talk to young people in smaller cities, because as you might be somebody who has stayed in a big city, but you have been invited to a small city, you might not be knowing about that. So basic research about the subject will help you, right? Because for example, let's say you are asked to speak on a topic. India will never learn to respect her women, right? So how will you prepare this topic? You will have to understand the society, whether actually India is learning to respect the women or not, or maybe you can read a few articles on it. But most important will be talk to the affected people. So talk to if you are a woman, then you would know. Talk to young girls, talk to a few more ladies, as what do they feel about this, and you will actually get to know some very wonderful content on your speech. The most important is the start of your speech, because I always say, which I have read this wonderful quote by Will Rogers, you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So the start of the speech, I see lot of time people do such boring starting. For example, if I am invited to speak on a stage, and the speaker and the person who is introducing me, now I welcome Dr. Dinesh Nagpal, an educator at Unacademy, to come and deliver his thoughts on how you how you should, you know, let's say how you should develop willpower. Okay. Now I go there. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Dinesh Nagpal, an educator at Unacademy. Today my topic is this: half of the impact will be finished. But if I go and say, hi everyone, hello everyone, do you want to develop a capacity that you will be able to do in your life, whatever you can be? Are you ready for that? And the crowd says yes. That is the start. So I've got them interested. They're interested in me. They want to, I have not made any formal introduction. Some people have seen, I went to attend a conference. A very very big, corporate guy came and he said, uh, "Hello everyone, I've come for speaking here, but I got a very little window of time to prepare about this topic. So whatever little I know, I will speak." Nobody was interested in his speech. People were sleeping because he made such a bad start. So the first thing is your start has to be wonderful. Then how to deliver a great speech. The next step about it is, please understand, your audiences are humans like you. So whatever your emotions are, their emotions are also the same. So try and develop a speech which touches their emotions. Visualize success. Whenever I have to speak 2003 to a crowd of 2000, 3000 people, I always visualize that I have made a great speech. Now, last 5 to 7 minutes as some very practical tips. How to write a speech, how to prepare a subject matter. I have given you a basic idea. In half an hour, it is not possible because I will need at least 1 hour to tell you how to prepare the speech. But anyway, you research on the subject matter, write the speech, talk to people, and get your content. Now, before you have to deliver the speech, read your speech many times. Now, what will that happen? One, wherever there is a lack in content, you will come to. Two, wherever you have written in such a way that your tongue is not able to read that nicely, you will be able to improvise. So first is read your speech 4 times, 5 times, 6 times before you get to a final draft. After that, record your audio in your mobile. First step is not to record your video. No, record your audio in your mobile. Then listen to it. And if you think you need to do it again, then do it again. Work on your voice modulation. Where are the right stresses? Where are the right pauses? How to go about, where the pitch should be high, where the pitch should be low, etc., etc. Right? So work on your voice modulation by listening to your audio. Then record a full video of your speech in a mobile. Watch it. Get others people to watch it, or deliver a speech in front of the other people. Get a feedback and improve. Please remember, this preparation strategy will actually be only for few, a few months or maybe a year or two. Now I don't need to prepare for my speech, right? I just need to know subject matter and I can go and do it. So these were very simple basic tricks as to how to master public speaking. Now, as far as I am concerned, as I told you, I have 16 years of experience in the CAT Verbal. So I'll be starting live classes on CAT Verbal section shortly on Unacademy. Search for Dinesh Nagpal, right? I'm there only. I'm starting it very shortly. I'll be starting with vocabulary classes, fun vocabulary classes, Bollywood vocab I call it, where we learn vocabulary with songs. Follow me, and you can also subscribe the CAT Unacademy by using the referral code DR Dinesh Nagpal, and I'll be giving you a lot of fun sessions like this. So I hope I gave you some very good tips and practical tips on mastering of public speaking. So thank you so much. It was really really wonderful interacting with you. Thank you so much.